Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Garcia, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of science and the basics of the scientific method. So science at its most basic level is a way of thinking. It's one of the most important tools that you can develop at a young age. Science helps you critically think, analyze, and conceptualize the world around you. One of my favorite quotes is from an author named Isaac Asimov, and it reads, "Science does not purvey absolute truth. Science is a mechanism. It's a way of trying to improve your knowledge of nature, and it's a system for testing your thoughts against the universe and seeing whether they match." So, why is this important? Think of the world we live in now. How often do you hear the phrase fake news? Look what's happening with the coronavirus around the world. Countries that did not have an effective response to the scientific data had a harder time containing the virus. So, being able to tell fact from fiction, to critically think, and to form your own opinions based on the evidence has never been more important. Um, so, that is why today we are learning about the basics of the scientific method. The scientific method is one of the most basic tools that scientists have. It gives us a structured way to think about a question, a phenomena, or a problem. And the awesome thing is that it works the same way every time. It starts with just a question. Um, what do you want to learn about, or what do you want to test? So let's take a simple example and go with it for the rest of this video. Let's say I'm trying to figure out what type of light a plant grows best in. So that's my question. That's what my experiment is based off of. Then the next step would involve doing some background research on the subject. And maybe I find that the best two types of lights are natural sunlight and an LED grow light. Um, and then I come up with a hypothesis. What do I think is going to happen? So I think that the natural sunlight will work best for growing this plant. Um, then, for the experiment part of the scientific method, I need to design and set up an experiment. This part is usually pretty detailed, and it involves creating materials lists, coming up with precise procedures, and then actually doing the experiment and gathering data as you go. And after you're all done with your experiment, that's when you analyze your results and see if they match your hypothesis. If this was a larger scale lab or something that you would want to test again or want to do more work on, you might at this point recalibrate your experiment, change a few things, and run it again. And then finally, you wrap up your experiment in your conclusion. Your conclusion involves you communicating your results and trying to draw different conclusions from your work based off of what your hypothesis was to begin with. Um, so that's the scientific method. I hope you learned a little bit today, and thank you for your time.